Now to our Meet the Innovators program. Some of you have experienced your Ocean's 11 moment at the Bellagio Fountains in Las Vegas with a friend. Well, mine occurred in 2012 with Miles O'Brien. Just to be clear, we had not just finished a heist of a casino, but we were breathing a sigh of relief after he successfully moderated a tough panel of my energy, water, and telecommunications presidents. We celebrated our success, and I've followed his career ever since. Today, we're going to let Miles O'Brien bring his expertise and journalistic professionalism to the Edison Awards, Meet the Innovator stage, to grill, interview, our guests, so you get the answers you have to expect from this experience. Miles O'Brien is a veteran, award-winning journalist who focuses on finding solutions to some of the world's biggest challenges using science and technology. Miles is the science correspondent for PBS NewsHour, producer and director of the PBS science documentary series Nova, and a correspondent for the PBS documentary series Frontline and the National Science Foundation Science Nation series. Please help me welcome Miles back to the stage and get this thing rolling.
All right, thank you very much, Clint. You know, they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, baby. All right, don't be telling those stories here.
There.
All right. It is such a great pleasure to be with you all. It is a great pleasure to be with human beings that aren't just torsos and heads. You know, the Brady Bunch thing is getting old, and it's good to be in close proximity to other human beings. It's also really nice to be in this beautiful part of the world, Southwest Florida, a land of great beauty, great weather, and great innovation. And a case in point of all of that is this spectacular place, the Babcock Ranch, the first solar-powered town in America. But, you know, it's not just about energy. This is sustainability in a very holistic way. This particular place, they think about things like making sure the school is the first thing built, not the clubhouse for the golfers. And the spectacular visionary who is behind all of this is not unlike, I would say, the Thomas Edison of developers in many respects. I want you to please give a round of applause for the great Sid Kitson.
Thank you. Oh, Miles, thank you so much. Well, first of all, welcome everybody to Babcock Ranch, and Miles, I just can't tell you what an honor it is to be introduced by you. So thank you very, very, very much for that. By the way, how about this weather? Just so you guys know, for those of you out of town, it's like this every single day of the year. For those of you from Florida, just enjoy because you know it's coming. Anyway, you know, each year the Edison Awards celebrates innovators and innovations from around the globe. And I'll tell you, for this year, the Edison Awards themselves had to do a little innovating to work around what's going on with COVID. And I just got to tell you, what an incredible job that they did to make this all a reality. I want to thank Frank Bonafilia and his team, you know, for all the incredible work that they have done. So thank you very much, Frank. Terrific job in putting this together in a very short order of time. And I will tell you this, Tom Hoban, my partner, and I are just absolutely thrilled that you all could be here today to celebrate Earth Day. What a perfect day to do that. I also, you know, I'm looking over to my left. One of the big initiatives that we have is education, and I'm looking over to my left, your right, and I'm looking at all these young people. By the way, this is our future right here, and they're inspired by you. I see Babcock Neighborhood School and other students. So, hey, how about a round of applause for our students and our future? You know, we were talking last night about innovation and how innovation is hard. It's just hard. And for those of you out there who are involved in these things, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. It takes a lot of perseverance to kind of work through so many of these issues. And you know, one thing I've found is a lot of people like to talk about innovation, but very few people actually do it. And the people here that we're honoring are the people that are doing it, and that's why it's such an honor to be with all of you. You know, innovation is the heart of everything that we do here at Babcock Ranch and everything we set out to achieve. And I will tell you, It is the reason that so many people have come here to live, is because of what you're going to see, hopefully, later today. We believe that a balance between environmental, economic, and social sustainability is essential to the well-being and success of businesses and workers. So for us, a 150 megawatt solar power generating facility that powers our new town, or the green building standards, or the native landscaping that you're going to see when you drive in, the reclaimed water for irrigation, a gig of fiber to every home. All these things create a living laboratory for design and deployment and refinement of these smart technologies. And there's a lot but you may notice there's a lot of construction going on around here. We have a new public shopping center, we have apartments, we have hundreds of single-family homes, and a new high school, by the way, everybody, that's going to start this year, and along with so many other things that we're excited with our parks and trails and everything else that make Babcock Ranch special. You know, we preserved 90% of the original 91,000-acre ranch, and I think that's the thing that we're most proud of. 90%. And we want to lead the way that the way things are changing in Florida, and in particular, you know, the way that growth is, the amount of growth that's going on in this state and around the world. 1,000 people a day are moving into the state of Florida. It's just remarkable. So we really wanted to set out and set a new model for sustainability, responsible growth, but our full potential as game changers rides on the ability to inspire others in the United States and around the world to grow sustainably. So you'll have a chance today to learn more about some of those key sustainable initiatives that we have during the field trips, and I hope that you come away energized and have that feeling of changing the world that you all are doing, and that's what we're trying to do here. So have a great day, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you throughout the day. So thank you very much, everybody.
All right. Sid Kitson, thank you very much. You know, this is a momentous day for the Edison Awards. The connection between the great inventor and this part of the world is very strong, and the legacy of Thomas Edison is very much alive and well today. It's as if he was here just yesterday. Thomas Edison's laboratory at his winter home in Fort Myers, Florida, is an exquisite still life of a life that seldom stood still.
It's almost as if when the lights go off, it comes alive again, because it's exactly how it was before Edison passed.
He first brought his family here in 1885 by steamship. The railroad had not yet arrived. It was Florida's frontier, well suited to an inventor who always pushed the frontier of what's possible. He came to enjoy the winter sun and the natural beauty. An early snowbird. For nearly 40 years, Edison and his wife Mina spent winters here with their family.
Edison saw it could go well beyond just the quality of life, peace, and tranquility of Fort Myers, but support his entrepreneurial activities of the day.
He never really stopped working and was in hot pursuit of a domestic source of natural rubber. Perhaps the most famous individual of his time, he lured many renowned visitors. Herbert Hoover, Harvey Firestone, and Henry Ford among them. Ford built a home right next door.
The Edisons were Fort Myers' first celebrity couple. And they were a celebrity couple because of innovation, because of the services they brought to Southwest Florida, but because they were a couple who really saw the potential of Fort Myers.
Today, it is impossible to overstate or overlook Edison's impact on this city.
Everywhere you turned was Edison. Edison Avenue, the Edison Home, the Edison Mall, Edison College, Edison, which is great because he did have a great impact on this community.
Edison once said, "There's only one Fort Myers in the United States, and there are 90 million people who are going to find it out."
Not only prophetic, dare I say this to the late Thomas Edison, but he underestimated.
We're one of the fastest growing areas in the country.
Today, Fort Myers and the Southwest Florida region is growing as fast as the great inventor filled his notebooks with ideas. Sure, there are lots of retirees, but the demographics are being reinvented amid the boom.
35% of the inbound traffic here is families of 3 or more, which means young people are coming into our community.
As the industry comes, more jobs open up, and then we're able to see that it's not just a retirement place, it is definitely active.
Helen Edenfield's company, NEOGENOMICS, leads a fast-growing medical technology sector here.
Building that infrastructure for people coming in, I think has been forefront in the planning.
Local leaders work hard to encourage a new generation of visionaries.
And now cohorts of entrepreneurs are coming through with innovations and ideas, and just creative ideas, both in the nonprofit and for-profit sector. And what we're doing is putting that support system around them.
That's what appeals to entrepreneur Patrick Pennie.
About 3,000 parks.
The company he founded, EMCYTE, is a pioneer in the fast-growing field of regenerative medicine. The novel technique he invented captures and concentrates blood platelets, our body's secret to healing, so they can be applied to injuries and wounds, hastening the recovery. His company now ships between 10 and 20,000 kits each month.
In Fort Myers, I've been supported by local officials. It's not difficult for us to get the tax breaks that we need, to get the permits that we need. I would not move for anything.
But as this region hurtles into the future, it is also grappling with some darker chapters in its history. Fort Myers is the seat of Lee County. In June of 2020, they moved a statue of the Confederate general from a prominent public square to a museum. And there are some who would like to rename the county Calusa, an indigenous tribe.
It's not just one type of individual that are innovating these days, we have a diverse country. And I think anywhere that celebrates diversity is a place that will definitely grow.
And there is great diversity here. The population of Fort Myers is 23% black and 15% Latinx. Local leaders say ensuring everyone participates in the rising prosperity is a priority.
We might be able to recruit additional individuals to move here and call Southwest Florida home, but we will never ever be able to achieve what we would like to be as a community if we're not inclusive and we don't value and appreciate diversity.
And if they aren't careful, all that growth could ruin what makes this place so alluring. The region struggles with water quality issues in the Caloosahatchee River, which flows from Lake Okeechobee and can trigger red tides. And of course, there is the inexorable threat of climate change and sea level rise.
We've got challenges. We're going to continue to have challenges, and we're going to have to be very creative in how we attack these challenges. Thomas Edison himself failed many more times than he succeeded, but he kept going.
It is big problems that spark game-changing innovations. 20 miles east of the city, an 18-square-mile reservoir designed to manage the water flow, improve its quality, and restore the Everglades is slated for completion in 2022. Fortunately, Edison's legacy here is more than skin deep. Florida Gulf Coast University has started a school of entrepreneurship and a water school to help find solutions. For the Edison Awards, which honor his name and recognize the great inventors of today, it was clearly the perfect home.
Thomas Edison continues to be a namesake for Fort Myers. So that connection is very powerful. What we can do for this town is bring some of the top innovation minds from around the world and introduce them to Fort Myers.
Those innovators will see exactly what Thomas Edison saw in his day, a high quality of life, a wonderful opportunity to come and have a great experience.
Now, in their 35th year, the Edison Awards have come home at last.
I have to kind of sit here and think, why didn't it happen sooner?
It's kind of like, wow, they should have been here before.
So I would say welcome home. I'm excited that they're here. I think it's an ideal place for innovators to recognize.